After all of this sweating, as I'm out there for like 5-6 hours doing my thing, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm like halfway done. I just laid down 90 of these pavers, and I was done. And it was time for me to celebrate. And I celebrate like every big guy can celebrate. I went to a buffet. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. I crushed me some plates of Chinese General Tso's chicken, and then I drank a Mountain Dew, and then I had some coconut shrimp, and then I drank a Mountain Dew, and then I had some more General Tso's, because you can never have too much of the General, and I drank me some Mountain Dew, and I just kept eating all this food, and then I got home that night, and I felt like the champ, and then at midnight, man down. Something came over me. I'm like, literally right over the toilet going, why? That's gross. Something happened and I really got really sick. And I didn't know what it was, but it really took me out, man, to a point where I needed to go to the hospital. You know what I found out? That I was dehydrated on a crazy level. Almost dangerous level. I was almost 300 pounds when I was doing that little prayer grove, and I didn't drink not one bit of water. And it was 100-something degrees, and I'm moving concrete pavers and doing my thing, and I didn't realize that my hydration level had started to crash. I will not lie to you. I'm a pretty tough guy. But at that point in time, I honestly felt like I was dying. I responded out of fear because I didn't know what it was. And my daughter would come up to me and she'd be like, Daddy, hold me. I'm like, Mija, I can't. I'm dying. Like, Daddy, come play with me. No, what Daddy has is probably it's going to be that post-apocalyptic World Z type stuff. I might turn into a zombie. You may have to back up. I started acting out of fear, and I didn't know how to respond, and I just fell into this pit of despair. See, our bodies know, my body knew that I was dehydrated, and it was asking me to hydrate it. It was asking me to drink some water, not drink Mountain Dew, not crush some coconut shrimp, not devour some General Tso's, but to actually just drink some water. You know the first sign of dehydration is when you're thirsty. I don't know what you said. Bad attitude? God bless you. But that was the first sign, and I ignored that sign. And then the profuse sweating, another sign that I'm losing fluid. And I ignored that sign, and then I stopped sweating, which I thought was a miracle from God, because my hobby is to sweat, you know what I mean? And I stopped sweating, and I'm like, I'm dry, sweet. If that's so much the case for our physical bodies, can you imagine how much more that's the case for our spiritual selves? Do you know that a lot of us are sitting here on the first few stages of dehydration spiritually, and we don't know it? Do you know that a lot of us have been dehydrated spiritually longer than a year, and we just don't know it, but our bodies, our soul is starting to deteriorate. It's starting to break down. We're getting anxious. We're getting fearful. David, when he was in the wilderness, said, "Oh God, you are my God. I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water." Whether we know it or not, our world as a whole has gotten to a point where we're all just genuinely thirsting for something more. something greater than what we've been taking in. We've been lying to ourselves and disguising our thirst by trying to input something else, but we don't notice that God wants to fill us with the eternal water. God, the eternal thirst quencher, wants to come down and hydrate us